My opinion of Vampire is that it is very, very good. You get 45 rip at 1100 rounds per minute, and it folds people really quickly. We start with the headphones that are pretty standard for the Scout subclass. We get Tactical Sports. These are a very nice pair of headsets because although it's not the best, that title currently goes to XLs. It still hears comparatively far as XLs, minus a couple meters. Now the helmet you get is the Cayman, a high ricochet level 3 helmet made of combined materials. For destructibility, combined materials is the third best material behind aramid and polymer, but it is still very good with only 0.1875 difference from aramid, and only a 0.0375 difference from polymer. You also get the level 4 applique for the top of your head. This thing is made of polymer, so now you have a mix of materials, so combined and polymer on your head. I should also mention that the armor layering acts like this. You get the level 4 applique on top of the level 3 base armor. So in order to penetrate your helmet, the enemy would need to go through both. Assumedly, this also means that the ricochet chance also still works even if the applique is completely destroyed, but I'll have to test that in a couple weeks when I can convince my friends to get back on Tarkov again. I also should have talked about the type of helmet for each video, but I'll do that going forward. This is in the style of a high cut, so no ear coverage, but there is top of head and back of neck coverage as well. Moving on to your armor, you get a slick plate carrier. This thing is solely designed to hold plates, so it has no soft armor to speak of, no level 2 or 3, and you don't get side plates either. Both your front and back plates were reduced to 80% durability, but it shouldn't have that much of a difference in gameplay. Your front plate is the level 5 Sappy 3 Plus plate made of ceramic. Ceramic is still the worst material destructibility, but even so, it's not that bad now with the destructibility value changes. Ironically enough, your back plate is a lot better than your front. It is the level 5 3S15M made of polymer. On the bright side, at least you're well protected against backshots. Moving on to your primary, true to our name, we get a fast-firing 45 Vector with flesh rounds. At 1100 RPM is the second fastest RPM gun, only behind the Glock 18C at 1200 RPM. The mag capacity is 30 rounds and you get 5 of them. You also get a blue laser to assist in more accurate hipfire. Now the bullets being used have changed from prior to the Blast Gang update. It used to be Hydra Shock at 100 flesh, but now you get an extra 30 flesh damage with the rip rounds. The only thing I should mention is that there's a minus 5% accuracy when compared to Hydra Shock's no debuff, but with the short distances you'll use it for, it barely affects anything. Honorable mention is that the Glock 18C filled with 33 rounds of PvP means that if you could get close enough, you can unload on enemies and kill them very quickly. I think that Vampire is one of the better subclasses in tier 3 because you don't have to worry about armor. The fast fire rate and really good flesh rounds is generally enough to rack up a ton of kills. The only situation where you'll struggle is if you can't get access to the person's legs. This happens pretty often on maps with a lot of cover, so bowl and block should be avoided. Therefore, being a very reliable subclass, I put Vampire at a B rating. So long as legs are exposed, the Vampire has no problem getting kills. Your armor is on the weaker end of the spectrum, but it's still pretty decent enough to protect you from some damage. That's all my commentary for Vampire. Leave a comment if you have any questions about my grading, and if you disagree with the rating, please include the rating you think Vampire deserves, along with the reason why. Thanks for listening, and take care.
Победа!